you say, the Middle East, they're never going to have democracy. They never have. China, they've never had. Now, before you so confidently say that, though, you have to remember that people would have said in the 1970s, look at Latin America. It's run by generalissimos. Or all political theorists virtually agreed, as of, let's say, the early 1960s, you can't have a democracy until you have a middle class. So first you develop a middle class, you develop these middle class institutions and expectations. They then begin demanding a voice and a role. People then arise to satisfy that, and over time you get a democracy. And so that meant democracy was limited to a very small number of countries that had achieved that level of development. Well, even then, that wasn't so. I mean, India has been a democracy since it gained independence from the British. And now there are lots more countries like that. So you look around at the major third world countries, Brazil, South Africa, Mexico, India. These are the big, fast-growing, developing countries. They're all democracies, but they're all impoverished democracies. And so it turns out there just is not a formula for how you become a democracy. There is no, I don't think there's a place, a region where it is impossible. But culture, history, geography matter. I mean, one of the pernicious fantasies of the Bush administration was to skip lightly over these immense facts and think, well, look what happened in Eastern Europe after the Berlin Wall fell. They all became democracies. So why can't it happen in Iraq and so on? Well, it's not that it can't ever happen. It's that there are enormous impediments to causing it to happen. And so one would have to go about this enterprise with great care, caution, expectations of frustration and so forth. So the time will come when some Middle Eastern countries will become quasi-democratic, and then they'll become democratic, and then some others will too. But it's going to be a long time because the impediments are very big.